Now, is spending a lot of time on a map an excuse for not uploading a video in over a week? No, it's not. However, as a result, not only have I gotten off to a pretty good start on the map, but I figured since you guys are more than likely going to be the ones deciding the game mode, it would be good for you to have something to look at to see if the aesthetics of the map influence your decision in any way. Hey everyone, this is Syntax, and today I have a little something to show you guys. For the past week or so now, I have been working on what is probably going to be my next map. Now, as you can see, there's not a whole lot going on yet. I have a couple buildings and a tall tower, and that's about it. Before I actually even started building this map, I had this idea in my head of a sort of Venice/Assassin's Creed style village that would be built in such a way that it catered to heavy amounts of parkour and the ability to pretty much free run wherever you wanted. If you've never actually played any of the Assassin's Creed games, a lot of the buildings in those games are built in such a way that you can climb to the top of pretty much every single one of them. There's like things sticking out from the walls, and there's ledges you can grab onto. So my idea was just to sort of replicate that in like a Fortnite style. And like I said earlier, after about a week of building, messing around with different palettes and different build styles, I have come up with this little area here. If you couldn't already tell, this little area down here is supposed to be filled with water. It would theoretically be how the boats get around in this little village, but I haven't put the water yet because I haven't decided how low I want the ground to be, but you know, you get the idea. There's a lot of Venice influence, a lot of Assassin's Creed influence, and most importantly, you will probably be able to climb up every building that I decide to build, like I just did there. And obviously, it's the same with the tower. I built this tower in such a manner that you can pretty much climb up the entire thing with relative ease. I mean, there are some difficult jumps, like you have to climb onto these little block things and you got to jump on the corner here, but like the whole thing is relatively easy to climb. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video is not only to show you guys what I've been working on and why I haven't uploaded anything for the past week, but it's also to try and get some sense of direction, because there are a lot of different ways I could take this map, and I feel like there are a ton of game modes that would fit it appropriately, but I want to know what you guys think would be the best option. My initial idea with this map was actually to have it be an open world parkour. Like I said earlier, all these buildings are going to be built in such a way that you could pretty much climb up every single one of them in multiple different spots. I would say what I have built right now is about 1/5 the size of what I would want it to actually be, so you could just imagine an entire city/village that is catered to this sort of Assassin's Creed/Venice style of building, where it would just be an open world parkour. If this did end up actually being an open world parkour, there would probably be something like 50 different time trials that you could run around the entire map to try to get better times on, and then I would probably have a skill tree that you could level up by using skill points that you would acquire from running all over the place. There would be a whole intricate system all catered to parkour. Now, I also thought about making this an infected game mode, where one person would start as the infected and their goal would be to infect all of the survivors, and the survivors' goal would be to pretty much survive for like 15 or 20 minutes, something like that. I also considered turning this map into a ground war, where you would vote on what kind of game mode you wanted to play before the map even started, and then depending on what game mode won the vote, whether it was like gun game or kill confirmed or infected, you would then play that round as whatever game mode won the vote. Honestly, I think this map could be any one of those game modes. I think it would provide a super cool open world parkour experience, considering the amount of things you can run and jump on and all the different paths you can create, but I also think it'd be fun to fight other players while they are running and jumping away from you. I don't know. And obviously, that's why I made this video. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the project so far, on what you think it could be, if you want to see it be an open world parkour, if you want to see it somehow be a mix of all the game modes that I stated. I could try to do something like that. I'll be honest, I got off to a pretty slow start on this map because I've never really tried to build anything in this style before. I did a lot of placing things and deleting things and then replacing things and deleting them again. It's been a bit of a mess, honestly. I'm also trying my best to be relatively minimalistic with the build style, which is kind of difficult for me because I do tend to over detail a lot of things, but I want this city to be absolutely massive. Like, you can imagine just something like this, but like 6 or 7 times this. And if I end up putting too many details in different areas, then I'm gonna run out of memory too quickly, and then I won't be able to have as big of a city as I want. And if it's an open world parkour experience especially, you want to have a lot of places you can go. But anyway, this is what I have so far, and like I've already said, there's a lot of different directions that I can take this, and I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. I've actually really enjoyed this build style. Like I said before, it's not something that I am used to or that I've ever done before, but I've been having a really good time actually building this stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. If you have any suggestions regarding what kind of game mode you think this map could be sure to leave it in the comment section down below. But anyway, that is everything I have for you guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah. This has been Syntax. Later. Hey, wait, don't go yet. I forgot to show you guys some of the cool light settings. I mean, just look at the way the sun hits those buildings. Are you kidding me? And I mean, just look at this place at night. You've got the tower that gets all lit up. You can see the stained glass super clearly. Like, bro, I have such high hopes for this map.